and welcome to Lake Bala in Wales. I'm here with my beautiful partner in crime, Edwina. We're here, we're filming for the June Weeds and Wild Medicine online, and we've just been to the Goddess Temple.
Oh yeah.
Hello and welcome. We are at Lake Bala in North Wales. I'm here with my beautiful Edwina, my partner in crime. We're here to film this month's Weeds and Wild Medicine online. We've just been to the temple, the Goddess Temple, to ask for Ceridwen's blessing, and then we've come back to the lakeside to see what herbs we can see, to do the herb walk, and we've just been blown away with everything that we've been looking for has just suddenly appeared before our very eyes. So look at this here, this beautiful hawthorne. This is the Mayflower, and it's actually June now, so it's rather late due to all the late frosts, but you can see this is just at its peak, so we're going to get some of this beautiful heart tonic to make a lovely tincture with. What else can you see, Edwina?
Oh, I'm just absolutely bowled over with this hawthorn tree because it, in such a sacred place as this. I mean, this is the ancient home of the goddess Ceridwen, who is the keeper of the cauldron and the goddess of inspiration and shape-shifting and magic. And wow, I just love Ceridwen, so it's a blessing to be here and to be just standing next to this absolutely gorgeous hawthorn next to her lake, you know, in her sacred place. And this is a beautiful sacred tree, isn't it? And Danielle and I are going to be gathering, going to be harvesting some of this blossom to make our tincture, because we wanted to do some sacred hawthorn tincture, which we're going to make by the lakeside to really imbue with her energy. So, you know, hawthorn is such a fantastic plant. I mean, as Danielle was saying, it's so good for the heart, so good as a heart tonic for increasing blood supply to the heart, improving muscle function, nerve conductivity. It's great for things like cholesterol, you know, high blood pressure, and just a fantastic heart tonic, but is also extremely relaxing and, you know, just a great flower to chill out with, particularly if you've had lots of hurt or grief. So, you know, Danielle's already starting to harvest this beautiful flower. You can just use it in tea, you know, with about, you know, a handful of, you know, leaves and blossoms, and just pour on a, you know, put in a pot with a few, you know, mugfuls of hot water and leave to steep for about 10 to 20 minutes and strain and drink. And, you know, you'll be able to feel that lovely, calming, loving heart energy from hawthorn.
You certainly will. It's in the rose family, so like all roses, it works on the emotional heart, and it's like giving you a hug. It's like a hug in a mug or a hug in a bottle. If you need that little bit of tender loving care and nurturing, hawthorn is just such a brilliant herb, and it's so prolific and abundant around us in the hedgerows. It's everywhere, and it's relatively safe. If you're on medication, of course, get things checked out properly with a herbalist or with your health professional. But as a preventative heart tonic to protect yourself against future heart attacks, stroke, things like angina, this is a really, really lovely thing that you can be doing for yourself. And you'll just feel wonderful if you take hawthorn tea. It gives you that uplifting, relaxing feeling, so such a lovely one to be working with.
I think what I like about being here is that Ceridwen, for a year and a day, she had this in legend and mythology. She had this cauldron sort of simmering by this lake, tended by this young boy called Gwion. And as the year went on and she made her magical brew to bring inspiration and wisdom to her son, she brought all the herbs and she worked with the sun and the moon and the stars and the seasons, and she continually brought in the herbs and the magical herbs to put in this brew, which, you know, Gwion stirred, and he tended the flame, you know, along with the old man, you know, Morda. And so, you know, like for us as herbalists, picking herbs at the edge of Lake Bala is such a sacred and magical thing to do. You know, we're working with her herbs. And so just to show you a few things that we've got here, We've got some meadowsweet sort of here, and we have.
You see the flowers just come in there. The red stems, the opposite leaves. And if you take some of the leaves and rub them together in your fingers, you get a real hit of a germaline type smell.
Yeah, and we've also got lady's mantle, which is one of our key herbs this month. Just growing where we didn't expect it to, you know. How amazing is that?
Alchemilla, so she brings alchemy and magic into your life.
And in typical Ceridwen style, you know, because Ceridwen, you know, is a dark goddess as well as, you know, a goddess of inspiration that can work with the shadow and, you know, bringing out that which we need to get rid of. And what else? But we've got so much hemlock water dropwort here, which is a really deadly poison actually, and it's just growing, you know, next to the hawthorne tree, and it's, you know, all over here, you know, as you can see, this massive hemlock water dropwort. You know, this is so deadly poison. Yeah, no, it's not that one, it's that one there. Can you see the big bush? So extremely deadly plants, and I think it's one of the deadliest plants in this country because there is just so much of it, and it looks very edible actually. It looks like parsley, but it's not, and we wouldn't recommend that you you know, use it at all. So
we also found a beautiful patch of yarrow over here, which we got very excited about, because like with the lady's mantle, we just stumbled upon it and we were most surprised to see it. And then we saw this fantastic patch of yarrow hiding in the grass. You can see there's so much of it. Now, this is called Achillea millefolium, which means, well, Achillea links it to Achilles, the wounded warrior. It is a herb for wounded warriors. But millefolium refers to the feathery type leaves, which means 1,000 leaves. And this is such a brilliant herbal medicine. This is such a fantastic first aid remedy. It stops bleeding, and it stops deep bleeding, even to the bone. So if you're out and about and you have an accident, you cut yourself, it's always useful to have clocked where the yarrow is growing, just in case you should need it. If you get a nosebleed, it will stop a nosebleed. It's brilliant for stopping hemorrhages everywhere in the body, and heavy periods as well. It's good for helping to reduce the blood loss there, but it's got so many more other uses. And this is actually going to be one of our key herbs next month, I think.
it's about August, isn't
or
it?
August.
Yeah, when it goes into flower.
You know, if you do want to learn more, we do cover a few key herbs every month, and it's constantly evolving, it's always changing. We work with what's in season at that time and what's available at that time. So if you do want to learn more, subscribe. Join us online at weedsandwildmedicine.co.uk. Come and join the fun.
Oh yes, come on. And just quickly before you all go, can I show you this valerian? Because we're quite excited because we've got some valerian growing as well, Peter, if you can film that, and that's quite young, and I expect that, you know, about July this will get really tall with beautiful pink fragrant flowers on, which is, you know, used from time immemorial for the nervous system, for helping people to relax, for sleep. And you've got these really pungent, dark, aromatic roots, you know, which are great dried or great fresh and used to help people relax and to sleep. And it just seems so apt that, you know, we're here in Ceridwen's place and we have sort of all these beautiful herbs, and we have valerian as well. You can see it's quite a busy place, lots of people going past. But I do hope that you have enjoyed being with us at Lake Bala, and I just wondered if Pete could just swing the camera around. Give a shot of this, Pete.
It is so beautiful and lush and green. You've been so spoiled. It's so nice getting back out on the road. Now we're allowed out again and just going and visiting all these really lush places.
Yeah, and just spending the day with the ancient Celtic goddess Ceridwen, you know, gathering herbs and making medicines and firing up our own cauldron, you know, later to make some lip balm and tinctures and things.
And some bugles, elixirs. elixir as well we're making today.
Yeah, I've got some lemon balm infused oil. We're going to make a lip balm, and then we're going to tincture some hawthorne. I'm going to tincture that by the lake. So this is our sacred.
This is going to be a magical hawthorne.
A magical brew, isn't it?
Yeah. Cerridwen's magical brew being recreated by the wild women.
So thank you for joining us, and we better get finishing videoing now for our
Loads
course.
of filming to do, but yes, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you, bye.